Hi there. 8 months ago, I did a little video called 10 favorite funk soul records I found at the thrift. I don't remember, but I think I promised there will be more. And since everything's locked down, I'm going to do it. My hair. Anyway, so I got 10 of my favorite records from the 60s that I found at the thrift. It's a diverse bunch. It's actually more than 10. Shh, don't tell anyone. But yeah, these are thrift finds. And I got a lot of different things here. Let's get started with, and these are not in like, I'm going to call it number one, number two, number three, etc. But these are not like number one's my favorite and number 10 is my least favorite. These are my favorites, period. So let's get started. Number one, I'm going to show you Beatles and the Stones. That's not one, that's two actually. No, that's actually four. Right now, if you go thrifting, which I can't, but chances of you finding either a Beatles album or a Rolling Stones album is very thin. It's like you can't find them. But in the 10 years, a little more than 10 years that I've been actually thrifting, I did come across a couple. And these are my favorites of those records by those groups. So, show you the first one. This is obviously the White Album, as you can see. This is not it's a thrift find, but it was in a display case, so it was a little bit more in price than what you usually pay at the thrift. I think I paid about 12 bucks for it, 12 euros, but it's complete. It's got the poster, excuse me. And it's got the photos, all four of them. The vinyl is in really good condition. The sleeve itself is okay. Seen worse. Yeah, this is not my favorite. It's one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite Beatles album. That is Revolver, which I actually once saw at a thrift for about 30 bucks. I already own a copy. My copy's sleeve is very trash, so I wanted a new version, but not for 30 bucks. But this, for 12 bucks, I had to pick it up. And another Beatles album that I was really excited when I found it, Rubber Soul. This is the French pressing, as you can see. It's in decent shape. There it is. It's on the Odeon label. This was the only Beatles album that I really wanted from all the later period albums, because of Norwegian Wood, Drive My Car, Nowhere Man, Michelle. It's a great album. So those I was really happy to find. Now the Beatles I already knew and I already loved, but the Stones is a different beast. I only owned their Satanic Majesty's Request because of that being a psych album, and I love that album, but I never really followed on anything that they did. So I didn't own anything except that particular album. But then at the thrift, you finally come across the early period and you decide, yeah, I'm going to pick it up. And I did. This is Aftermath, original UK stereo copy on Decca, in really good shape. I think I paid $1 for this. So yeah, this has become my go-to period of the Stones. I love this period, the Brian Jones era. Um, Amazing. Later 70s period is good, but I like this one better. And here we have Between the Buttons, which is another UK pressing. The only thing is, got that sticker on there, which I can remove if I want to, but it's okay. Again on Decca. Besides that, it's such shape. And again, great, great album. So am I more a Beatles or a Stones guy? In the end, it's the Beatles for me. Sorry. Now a little section of French pop. The Vinyl Guru did a video on Yeah Yeah music. If you don't know what Yeah Yeah music is, check out her video on that. It's a really good video, really interesting. I already knew what Yeah Yeah was, and I love French pop music, period. French pop music is probably the most adventurous pop music from the 60s. And picking up records from that period, the mid to late 60s, and if it's French, I go for it if I see it. First record, this is number 2. And I got 2 more French albums after this. They're number 3 and number 4. But number 2 is a album I found at the thrift in the wrong section. There's thrift stores that have sections like jazz and pop and country and easy listening, and then there's French, and then there's soundtracks, and then German music, whatever. They have separate sections. Those are the best thrift stores. They charge a little bit more at times because they curate their records, but I like those better than the throw it all in one bin thrift stores. So this was one thrift store that had little sections, and I always check the French section and I always check the soundtrack section. And in the soundtrack section was this particular record. I'm going to butcher the title. It's called Sept Cold pour Schmoll by Eddie Mitchell. And Eddie Mitchell is a French singer. What he does is mostly blue-eyed soul. At least this particular album is a blue-eyed soul album with a country theme. And it's not in the songs, it's in the little skits in between. I picked this up based on the cover. The cover is truly, truly amazing. It's done by, I hope you can see it, Jean Giraud, and he's better known under the name Mobius. I knew that, and I saw his style, and I'm gonna get it. I don't care what it sounds like, I'm gonna get it. It was in the soundtrack section. It looks like a soundtrack. It's not. It's a soul album. It's got a comic in here, and the record comes out here. This is on the Barclay label, 1968. And is it essential? Not really. For the cover, yeah, but the music is not really essential, but it's still one of my favorites. It's in near mint shape and worth picking up for $1, which I did. Number 3 is another French artist, and this was one that was featured in the Vinyl Gurus video, Francois Hardy. This and the next one, they have a lot of things in common. Among them being the thrift store I found them at. The thrift store I found them at had probably loads of extra records, and they dumped them all in one section of their store, and they were really cheap, really, really cheap, like 50 cents. And I was digging there and digging there. Every week I went there, and this is, a record I found a week after I found the next record I'm going to show you. Uh, Francois Hardy is one of those yeah girls, but I think she's more sophisticated. She's more of a singer songwriter rather than a uh, pop singer. It's on Vogue, and it's really good. Um, it's just pure French folky pop, and she's one of the better in that genre. I prefer the more out there Serge Gainsbourg produced songs by Franz Gall and Brigitte Bardot, but this is good. It's really cool find. Um, the connection that Francois Hardy has with this record is I found them at the same thrift, like I said, but also they were husband and wife. This is self-titled album by Jacques Detronc. Um, I thought I already owned this when I picked it up. The reason is that it's called Jacques Dutronc, and I had an album called Jacques Dutronc. It was a different album. I don't know which one is an earlier copy. Probably this one. This is his first self-titled album. The other one featured him as a cowboy. There he is on the back. What can I say about Jacques Dutronc? That he, next to Serge Gainsbourg, is my favorite uh, pop star producer of the 60s in France. His music ranges from just pure pop music to just freak beat insanity. Um, he did a lot of really cool stuff. If you don't know, check him out. This is again on Disc Vogue, as you can see, and it's amazing. Especially, it's mini. Check that out. It's trash the sleeve, but this one I was so happy I found for 50 cents. Number 5. Yeah, 5 is an album that I got at the same thrift store as the Eddie Mitchell record, but online. They sold their more like pricier records online, and I think I paid like $15 for this. I know, call me crazy, but it's Daughters of Albion. Um, it counts as a thrift store find because it's a thrift store I picked it up at because I it was a thrift store in my hometown at the time, so I basically said drop them off there, I'll pick them up. So original pressing, Dutch pressing of Daughters of Albion. um, it's a gatefold. It's on Philips. No, it's on, yeah, it is actually Philips, but it's Fontana, which is a Philips sublabel. It's sort of a psych pop thing. Really cool. The sleeve is amazing. The music is not as cool as the sleeve. It's cool though, but this is another really awesome find from the 60s. Number 6 is one of my favorite psychedelic albums from the Netherlands, where I'm from. That is Boudewijn de Groot with Picnic. Um, this is a copy I found later on. It had the name tag sticker on it, and it was in really good shape. I had sent out the other album SPCLT, the other version I have. And this is just beautiful psychedelic pop from the Netherlands. Boudewijn de Groot, he got described as the Dutch Donovan. So that kind of gives you an idea which way to look. It's very orchestral, very beautiful. The album he did after this, I forgot the title, but that was an insane album, as in it's actually a story about witches and goblins, and it's weird and scary and just not really music. This, however, excellent album. If you ever see it, pick it up. Otherwise, if I see more copies of this, which I don't really see that often, I'll pick them up and send them out as VCLT because people outside of Holland need to hear it. Number seven is this record. This is Family with Music in a Doll's House. I picked this up at a thrift store in my hometown, not really knowing what it was. It looked interesting, and I thought, let's pick it up. But this is an excellent psych album from the UK. I can't really name any of the songs, but it features Roger Chapman, and it's like pure British psychedelic music. Really, really good. It's a later 70s pressing, 1974, on MIDI, and a German pressing. And I need to find me some more Family, but hard to find band, actually. Number 8, more psych music, is 2 records by the same artists, multiple. Now, I don't know which one of these I found first and which one of these is more expensive, and I'm going to move this down a bit. Yes. But I needed it. I had seen some of his solo stuff from the 70s at thrift stores, which I picked up and sold because I'm not a huge fan of that, but I love me some Mothers of Invention, Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. This is absolutely free, which is in okay shape. I think it's a German pressing. Yeah, it's a German pressing. And it's one of those, found it once, never seen it again at the thrift. So this is a great, great find. Also, Freak Out, found that at the thrift. Probably a little bit more than €1. But these are both German copies, and they're in really good shape. So, again, records you never ever find right now, or at the time probably. Number 9 is the last psychedelic album that I got, and it's one of those, looks interesting, let's pick it up albums, when I picked it up. And that's the self-titled Move album by The Move, featuring, what is it? Roy Wood. Yeah. It's on Stateside Records. Another UK psych record that is essential. And I found it for, I think, $1. Well, here we go. Round the Lemon Tree is amazing. Flowers in the Rain. Zing Went the Strings of My Heart. It's just a classic psych album. And the cover was something that, okay, let's pick it up. Not really knowing what The Move was until I heard Yellow Rainbow, Flowers in the Rain. Good stuff. And the last, number 10, is 3 records. And I still need one. And I've been hoping to find that particular album at the thrift. I haven't been lucky. Um, these 3 are among the prized possession of my 60s collection. Um, they're the it's a 4 part series, I guess you could call it. They're similar titled albums, except I miss one, and that has the coolest sleeve and it's probably one of the better ones. But I'm talking about Scott Walker's Scott 1, Scott 2, and Scott 4. Yeah. I don't know in which order I found these, but they were in total, I think, $15 all together. Um, various thrift stores, various prices, but these are all Dutch pressings. And mind blown, you don't see these anymore. They're on Philips. This is my least favorite of his. It's a good album, singer-songwriter stuff. But it becomes more out there when the second, the third, and the fourth came out. This is another, this is a UK pressing. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. Could be a UK pressing. But Scott 2. And the last, Scott 4. These are records. This is a Dutch one. And again, on Philips. These are records that I was amazed to find these. Killer finds. And yeah, I still am speechless knowing that I found these. And probably will never ever find any of these types of records in the near future because things have changed. Corona changed everything, but also eBay and stuff like that, which means people are selling things online more than in the stores. Anyway, here's hoping that 2021 will be better thrift-wise, because this year was a decent year. Found some really nice records, but I found some meh stuff. So I hope, if everything goes well, that from 19th of January I will be able to thrift again. If not, I don't know. I have a lot of records still to listen to. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you next year. Take care. Bye.